In less than 14 years' time, Malaysia will be an aged country, and that is a potential crisis. According to a median projection by the United Nations, by 2030, Malaysians aged 60 and above will make up 14% of the population. To be exact, that's 5.2 million people. EPF Chairman Shamsuddin Osman warns that these figures should serve as a wake-up call for Malaysians to plan and act on issues like social protection. It's only 14 years to 2030, and before we know it, he says Malaysia will be hit with depopulation, just like what's happening in Japan right now. The EPF has been engaging with various stakeholders, such as ministries, agencies and NGOs, to develop policies and legislation on social protection. Related areas include minimum wage, minimum retire age, and re-employment policies. Now, a lot has been said about what would come out of the US Department of Justice's lawsuit against 1MDB. Well, what's certain is that the DOJ is in for a tough battle. According to Financial Times, one of the main challenges for the DOJ is to convince witnesses to testify against powerful officials. Not only that, to obtain documents from overseas, the DOJ also needs to invoke mutual legal assistance treaties, which is a time-consuming process. Prosecutors will also have difficulty unraveling the web of shell companies and other legal ruses that mask ownership. Plus, as Jack Blump, a Washington attorney, told FT, some American judges are reluctant to hear such cases as they believe the matter belongs in foreign courts. The 1MDB affair is a test for the DOJ's 6-year-old kleptocracy initiative. To date, the DOJ has only managed to return 5% of the funds that it has intercepted back to its rightful owners. Petronas has told the Sarawak government not to worry about its recent restructuring, as the state is still its key investment and that it would still have jobs for Sarawakians. Recently, Petronas reportedly did away with 29 permanent positions, which resulted in the retrenchment of 13 experienced staff from Sarawak. That led to concerns that Peninsular Malaysians were hogging the jobs. Now, the state government has placed a moratorium on all new applications for work permits for Petronas employees from outside Sarawak to work in the state. In response, Petronas says the decision may have been based on misperception that the restructuring has unfairly impacted its employees from Sarawak. The oil giant expects the majority of the workforce required to meet its new manpower demand to still constitute Sarawakians, as per its existing recruitment practices. It will continue talking to state officials to address the concerns. Maybank's Thai unit, Maybank Asset Management Thailand, or MAMT, has been sold to Bangkok-based Capital Link Holding. The price was not disclosed, but based on MAMT's audited accounts, its net book value stands at about 11.9 million ringgit. Maybank says the sale is part of a continuous effort and strategy to improve its regional business operations, and at the same time optimize the company's current resources in the most efficient manner. The sale will not have any effect on Maybank's share capital and substantial shareholders' stake in the company. It's also not expected to have any material impact on the group's consolidated earnings and net assets for FY16. Freshly listed HSS Engineers is aiming to expand into India and the Middle East as it seeks to reduce its dependency on a single market. HSS, which provides engineering and project management services, plans to do this by either buying out existing companies or establishing JVs. This would help ensure the long-term sustainability of the group's prospect. In terms of the group's business, HSS is looking at adding another core service, facility management, which means HSS would be able to position itself as a total engineering and project management service provider. The company made its debut on Bursa today, opening at 58 cent, a 16% premium above its offer price of 50 cent a share. It ended the day at 57 cent.